I am impressed with these very far away shots, though.
You better stay behind me.
How will they know we're coming?
They're watching us now.
Use the secret owl hoot. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Clear up. 17. Logan 5.
Sandman, put your hands on your head.
He sent a signal.
In a moment, a light will shine in your eyes.
Alright.
Walk into it. You will have to stoop, but don't unclasp your hands. Do you agree?
I agree. Oh, you do have to stoop. Oh, spears.
Look, I'm a runner.
Oh! No Sandman ever ran.
Cool voice, dude.
We must help anyone who asks. We must.
Yeah.
He's dead. Doc is dead. And the Sandman came.
Yeah, but the doc tried to...
It's him.
Tell them the rest.
He's the one. And you too, I remember.
God damn it, Holly.
I said dark hair. And then
what
he
happened?
killed Doc and you grabbed me and the machine blew up and I ran. Holly.
That's not what happened.
The other Sandman.
Oh, that's right. The other one came after.
Yeah.
He was after you. You're running.
Yeah, and the doc tried to kill me. Do you remember that part too? With the lasers? And then he came at me with a thing?
I say we pass them through.
Let's have a vote, shall we? Hey, spear people, where are you going?
Follow the corridor with the pipes overhead. The way is always down.
Okay.
And how will I know where to go from there?
When you come to the lock, there will be a message.
Jessica goes back now.
No, I'm going with you. I want to go to Sanctuary. I want to be with you.
She's in love with him. The cops! The cops are here. They traced his signal. Let's go. The pipes. Down, down, down.
Logan!
I'm your friend, I understand. We all go crazy once in a while.
Where's that? Where do I know that line from? Do we all go crazy once in a while? It sounds like something very close to that.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
Norman Bates says it in Psycho, apparently.
But she's a runner. Dominator. Now.
But she's a green. She's not running.
Stay out of it!
Yeah, this is the way.
What do we do now?
There's a message.
Runner, this is the last gate.
This is the message.
Use your key now. When the bell
Oh,
sounds,
the Ankh.
use your...
Careful, Francis is right. No!
I still have the key. I took it from the runner.
Right.
There.
Let's go. See you later, dude. That was like a shot in Terminator. Do you remember when the exoskull? I wouldn't swim in this. It's not ready yet. It's still green. Freaking green water. Hey, look, fish.
This looks forgotten.
Hmm.
Unused.
Oh, Francis is going to use her key.
What do you suppose this was?
An aquarium?
Looks like some sort of breeding pen. They say people used to breed animals, fish, anything.
Must have been a savage world.
Yeah, it's much better now. We got our food cubes. We got everything we could possibly want. Teleportation. I don't know, maybe she was on some sort of conveyor belt with that guy on the circuit. Is he right above them? This guy's wily. Logan has avoided killing him or hitting him, but we know how bad an aim he is, so we can't be sure if he's even aiming on him.
Logan!
Hey, buddy! Oh no, a flood! I don't know how he closed that with all that water pressure. Did he just accidentally make a machine start? Where are we going? Are we going to get a view of the domes of the outside? Where is this place? The North Pole? Oh, it's Superman's sanctuary. They're gonna talk to Jor-El. No. Penguins?
Maybe we can put these around us.
Let's take our clothes off first before they freeze.
Yeah, let's take our clothes off first. It's too cold. We gotta take them off. Jeez, nudity. Is that better? I'm so confused. Have they traveled 1,000 miles to north?
Welcome, humans.
Oh, a robot.
I'm ready for you. Overwhelming, am I not?
Yeah.
Are you too startled?
I'm kind of startled.
Who are you?
I'm more than machine or man. Don't you agree?
We're off to see the wizard, dude. Do you want to come with us?
Whisper my name. Bob. Bob.
Box?
You say others have been sent here. Where are they? In hiding?
Yeah, where did
Hiding?
they go? Just answer the questions.
Yes. This way.
I gotta pause it right here to talk about what happened with the movie. We got transported into an entirely different movie by going up an elevator. Do you remember that? We were walking along with the pipes, right? We came to the green water with all the fish, right? Francis was chasing us. Then he, smashed one of the glass of the water and started flooding the place. So we crawled through this thing, and we took a ride on an elevator, and we ended up in Wonderland, or we ended up somewhere else entirely. You would imagine we're just like a few hundred feet above where we were at most. And there's an ice cavern and penguins and a robot that doesn't say much, just repeats what you said and is very unhelpful. And it's so cold up there, so horribly cold up there, that we need to take all our clothes off and wear these bear skins. But she puts clothes back on. You see that they must have dried off. Maybe did he put his clothes back on underneath the bear skin too? Where are we going? Why is it so cold up here? Who are you? I think he said his name was Box. There's so much going on at this movie to talk about. I don't even know where to start at the end when we're done. How's Francis? He's still alive. How's he gonna? There's no way. He would have to swim through the flood. The elevator isn't going to be there for him. He won't be able to come up here. Unless he scales it like frickin' Spider-Man. I wouldn't put it past him, but I guess the robot will be more helpful to him. Anyway, let's see where the cavern leads. Probably to a tropical paradise. That's my guess. Ooh. Hey, wait, are they frozen people?
Regular storage procedure. The same as the other food.
Food?
Stop coming. Ready. Fresh as harvest day.
Yeah, but...
And they came instead. I'm ready. And you're ready.
Oh, get out of there. These are all the people who came to Sanctuary. Oh, he's enjoying this. He's gone insane. I have no... What is happening? Well, that was an interesting side adventure. So hey, it's just like Carousel. Sanctuary is just like Carousel. Everybody thinks, go just down that way and you'll be saved. Sanctuary is that way, right? Go to Carousel, you'll be renewed. Everybody thinks people are getting renewed. Turns out, nobody's getting renewed. And nobody's going to Sanctuary because they're all... This robot guy freezes them for food. And none of the people at the waterwork plant, who are like the guardians of the passage to Sanctuary, they don't even know. You'd think there'd be They'd be going back and forth to Sanctuary, giving reports like, you know, updating their strategies, finding better routes. Wouldn't you? You know, the spear people? Anyway, they're all dead. We killed them. The cops got him. Sunshine!
What is it?
Oh, they never seen the sun?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's warm.
We must be outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is more like it. This is more like it. Oh, meanwhile in Mr. Freeze's cavern. Careful of this one, Francis. He's gone rogue. He's like a Terminator, isn't he? He'll never stop chasing them. This is reminding me of the Twilight Zone episode 2. I know, spit on the nose because there's 2 of them.
Now any place could be like this. Everything hurts.
A lizard.
I hate outside. I hate it.
It's all right. Come on. It's all right.
Calm down. Forcibly calm down.
We'll get there. Just gotta find some water.
No, there's plenty of water back. There was a waterfall. Did you?
It's dark. And cold. And I'm tired.
Let's make camp. Just be very quiet. Francis is on the prowl. He never sleeps.
Don't ever let go.
Oh, she really fell for him real quick, didn't she?
Perhaps we're the first people to get through.
It looks that way.
We'll find it.
How do we know where we're going?
Logan, look!
Water.
Is it a river? Oh, jump! Yeah. Oh, hey, they took their clothes off.
Look at your palm. It's clear. What does it mean?
The life clocks have no power outside. We're free.
And what power do they have inside?
What do you really want?
Oh, he wants you.
This time, the answer's yes.
Ooh. Hey, Francis, give him 20 minutes. 20 minutes. The outside is nice, though. Ooh, an ancient city.
It must be Sanctuary.
Whatever it is, there are probably people there, and food and shelter.
Yeah. Washington, D.C. I think it might be, actually. Yeah, look. What's that called? What's that tower called? Well, it's either Washington or Greece. Oh, isn't, like, a big statue here? Like a president?
What do you suppose happened to all the people? I wonder what they were like.
Let's explore. Yeah. It's Lincoln.
And they looked almost like us.
Yeah, they were so large back then, weren't they?
I've never seen a face like that before.
Oh, because he's so old?
That must be the look of being old.
He's got to be at least 32. It definitely feels like 2 now.
They've all got names and numbers on them.
Beloved husband, beloved wife.
What does that mean?
I wonder what it means.
They've done this really well. For the time, making it look all overgrown. Oh, it could be Francis. Do we have any weapons? I don't think we have any weapons anymore. That's a kind of weapon. Could be a trap. Oh, freaking cat. It's always a cat. Oh, somebody's here. Oh, hello. A 35-year-old. Be careful. Hey, dude, where is everybody? Are you the only one here with your cats?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Logan 5.
And she's Jessica.
This is Jessica 6.
Well, I never much cared for my name, even when I could remember it.
You forgot his name.
We're from the city.
We got past Box.
Yeah, the weird robot guy.
What?
He's a weird robot.
May I see your hand?
Yeah, does he have a crystal?
Look at his face. And his hair.
He's like Santa Claus.
How old are you?
Well, I'm as old
He doesn't
as
remember.
I am, I suppose.
He doesn't remember that either.
Those cracks in your face, do they hurt?
Oh.
You just living out here on your own for your whole life, dude?
Are you alone here?
Yeah.
Oh, hardly.
You got your cats, right?
I got all these cats.
Yeah.
There's one name that's left over, and this is the name you never will guess.
Rumpelstiltskin?
It's a name no human research can discover. But the cat itself knows, and never will confess. Will you, Henry?
He's lost it.
Why did you want to see my hand before?
Oh, because we got a whole system,
You
dude.
better show me yours.
Yeah, look. Crystals.
Oh, that's lovely.
They're shiny, aren't they?
Beautiful. Can I have one of these?
Or you don't want one?
May we stay here? We'd like to rest a while.
Yeah, of course. This belongs to the people.
Yeah.
What belongs to the people?
Everything, lady.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. He's an odd fellow, isn't he?
That sweet madman.
What does he eat?
He had a mother.
Does he hunt? Does he hunt for deer?
Spent their... We are going on, aren't we?
There's nothing to go on to, Jesse.
The sanctuary.
Just
You
a,
want there to be one, but that doesn't...
It has to be.
it's just a story.
It has to.
No, it doesn't. Not really. Just so many people want it to exist. So many people who don't want to die. They want it so much that a place called Sanctuary becomes real. But it...
Ooh, hang on a second. Are we doing what I think we're doing with that? People want something so much that they create it. It's just a happy story to have. Maybe. Oh, he loves grabbing her though, doesn't he? Imagine if somebody grabbed you every time they wanted to make a point. Or if they disagreed with you, they just start grabbing you. Start yelling at you. Anyway, we still got Francis. He's still prowling out there. He's going to kill all these cats. And that old man. He's probably, I don't know. He's probably snooping outside right now. Getting a load of... being amazed by the statue.
doesn't exist. It never existed.
It has to be.
Oh, Jessica.
It has to be.
I got some bigger ones of these over there. I don't know who they all are. I think.
Here, have you ever seen so many cats in one scene? They're very well behaved, aren't they?
Father said that one of these people never told a lie.
You thought I wouldn't find you, didn't you? What did you do to him?
She bewitched him. She bewitched him.
Jessica?
You know what's up, Logan. Get your weapon. Get your piece of the table.
Logan! Why, Logan? Why?
It was a secret mission.
Is this good? Is this what you want?
A secret mission, dude.
You are terminated, runner.
We know he's a good
Francis,
shot.
look at your palm. Look at it.
Yeah, it's all clear. Oh, he dropped his weapon.
This is a lie.
What the hell? Dude, you can't survive that.
Listen!
Oh, take that book. Oh, a chair. He's going to get the flag. Oh, yeah, grab it. Grab it back. Stay down, Francis. Did you kill him?
That was the right shot. Logan, you renewed.
He's renewed. Well, he was just doing his job. And we buried him. Hey, now that the robot's been destroyed, more people will start coming here.
Oh, don't forget, you promised.
What?
But that's a long time off.
Oh, yeah, we'll bury you, dude, when it's your time. Is that what he's talking about?
We're going back. I have to tell them the truth.
You won't be able to tell anybody
They'll kill you.
anything.
Jessica.
You
Jessica.
really?
Oh, Jessica.
They kill people every single day.
All I want is to be alive and with you.
She's just,
That's all.
she's just in love. She has no principles.
Come with us.
Oh.
Yes, you must. We need you now. If people see you, then they must believe us.
Yeah, maybe.
Where you go? Is it a long journey?
It's a journey.
We have to climb a mountain and go through an ice cave and down through a flood.
They say this thing used to be called a road. Had to give bits of metal to use it.
Oh, you're crazy.
So, people stayed together for this feeling of love. They would live and raise children and be remembered.
That's right.
Raised me, didn't they? Right in there.
Yeah, you turned out just fine.
I think I'd like that, Logan. Don't you?
If they don't kill us, we could try it. This is cool. We didn't see this on our way out.
What does the water do?
Must be part of the power system. I think it's our only chance.
Let's find an access. Tunnel? Port? A ladder? Or yeah, just walk down it. That's kind of cool.
We're gonna try and get in through here. I don't think you can make it.
Why not?
Stay here as long as you can. We'll bring them to you.
Oh, what are they doing? They're swimming? What? How on earth do they know to do this? Or that it's even... They could just die right here. Well, it worked. Let's take off our clothes again. Because they got wet. That's what we did last time. Hey, they're back. Carousel. Ah, the synths again. Yeah! Renew! Renew!
No!
Oh, he's just yelling at them.
You don't have to die. You can live
It's a runner! Get him! Shoot him! Shoot him!
and grow old. I've seen it.
He's crazy.
We've been outside! There's another world! We've seen it!
Get him!
My dogs are alive.
Shoot him! Are they being taken back to Central Command? Hey, computer!
Logan 5, did you find Sanctuary?
Yeah, there was nobody there except an old man.
We will begin surrogation.
What does that mean? That guy's over 30. You can't fool me.
Your surrogates are engaged.
There is no sanctuary.
Ooh, spooky hologram.
Unacceptable. The answer does not program. You were assigned to locate missing runners. You found.
They all got frozen by a box man.
All frozen.
Yeah, by the Tin Man.
The input does not program.
These stupid computers.
You broke city seals and went outside. Confirm.
There's a sun out there. Did you know about that? And cats. This computer is going to explode.
Input contrary. Contrary.
Grab him. Oh, he's fighting them. He's escaping. Yeah. Compute this. Jeez, the whole building's exploding. I guess one man can make a difference. Why are these buildings exploding? Why is there an earthquake? He built a fire here. How did he do that? Yeah, someone emerges from the ruins of an exploding civilization. How did they get up here? Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. I'm glad they stopped being panicked. Anyway. Oh, careful, careful. He's on the edge of a... He could fall in. He's their new god now. But what about our ideal society? What are we going to eat? What are we going to do now? It's cold out here. How come there's a second sanctuary man, but not a first sanctuary man? That was Logan's Run. A thoroughly enjoyable movie from start to finish. It went crazy. It had a lot of scenes that made you question, what are we doing here? It had so much variety. And hey, look, I'm going to say something really weird. My favorite part of the movie, it's so stupid because it's the most boring part of the movie by far. It's when they're outside in nature, and they're just kind of strolling through it, and nothing's really happening. They're just kind of strolling through nature. I felt really at peace, you know? Just two people chilling, hanging out. Francis, we don't really see Francis chasing them at that point. And they're just exploring, and they're finding a river, and they're finding the ruins of an ancient civilization. And it's overgrown, and it's just kind of a nice little part of the movie. Because we go from this kind of utopia dystopia place that's very rigid and it has a certain vibe to it, and then we're sort of released into, we have to go through the ice cavern of doom, and then we're released into this kind of paradise before we meet the old man, and then it turns into something different again. But yeah, there's so many changes of location, there's so many changes in kind of the structure of what we're doing. I think so it makes it hard to speak about the movie without going through it chronologically, but I don't really like going through things chronologically. So firstly, hey, what's up with the color blue? We couldn't find any blue. The costumes were cool. They got so many extras for this movie. I've never seen so many people. That guy, he's like, are there more people than all my cats? Yeah, there are, dude. There's so many you can't even believe. There were more people in that final shot than I think I've seen him in some movies in total. Very precarious. Don't ask questions about how they got up there, or why they're all really calm when they were screaming and running a few seconds. Don't ask questions about the movie. That's number one rule about thinking about this movie. You'll go down a rabbit hole. You won't be able to find your way out. But yeah, everybody looked cool. I liked the kind of the aesthetic of what they were all wearing. The different colors. The different colors meant to kind of indicate their age. We also had the Sandman in the black, and a few other roles. People who worked, say, for the we're going to change your face place. There were a few other jobs. But everybody else, I think, did nothing all day. They just hung out and had a great... they just did whatever they wanted. That's the way I saw it, anyway. The second thing I liked about the look of the movie were just all the sets they built. They combined models for the big, long shots of the dome and the city. They combined that with real shots of people walking through, and I can't get my mind around how they would have done that, but it was kind of cool the way they did it. And then the interior shots also had a cool vibe to them. I love that. I love the hand, the sparkly hand, and the central computer place was vast. Big rooms, some cool coloured stuff to look at. Yeah. And as I was saying near the end of the movie, the look of the overgrown city was amazing too. They put a lot of care into, like, somebody would have had to paint all that for the the big shots of the horizon and the Washington, D.C. And then, up close, just, putting lots of greenery everywhere. It gave it a nice little authentic feel. And they put in a lot of more work than I was expecting for 1976. Now, what they didn't put in a lot of work to, they put it into the design of all the costumes, all the cinematography, all the sets, the script, the screenplay, the dialogue, and the pacing and the structure of the movie suffers a lot. It suffers a lot. And I know it's based on a book, and I have a feeling this is an adaptation problem more than anything. I think they tried to throw in things from the book that didn't quite fit right with what the movie was doing. Like, there was that whole section with the cathedral with the cubs that was just sort of thrown in, have this scene. It is integral to the plot in that it shows us that Logan is letting this woman go, and Francis is seeing him let her go, and that's the moment that Francis is like, "Hey, what's Logan doing? He's running. He's gone rogue. Why isn't he shooting this woman that's with him?" But it seemed it's almost seemed out of place. But I'm sure that these cubs, whoever they are in the book, and maybe they're more prominent and they have more of a role in the book, because it just sort of came from, it wasn't really explained really clearly to me who they are. Is it just a quadrant full of children? Once they turn 15 they go to, or 16 they get to go into the inner city. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. I thought Logan finding out that people don't get the renewal wasn't explained very well to me. What they meant by that. Like, if you're, maybe, look, even after seeing the whole movie, and you've seen the movie, maybe you've read the book. What do people mean by renewed? Because I was thinking maybe it was some mystical thing where you get reborn in your clone replacement body. I don't know if they're clones. They're not. It's just a baby. They take a male and a female and they do it in a lab. They're lab grown. It's not clones. But I thought maybe that was their religion. The carousel ascends you, and then if you explode in the light, that means you're renewed into a new body, into a baby. But that's not what they mean. Because Logan asks Francis later, "Have you ever seen anybody? Anybody we know renewed?" And Francis is like, "Oh, you and your questions." And that's the funny. It's I don't want to say it's the conceit of the movie, because I'm not quite sure what that word means, but it's a very obvious question that everybody should be asking, and if they did ask it, the movie could not happen. The society couldn't function. If people ask the obvious questions, like, "Hey, the way we're all cheering every day? Like, literally every day carousel happens. And we go through this, and like 20 or 30 people get thrown into the sky and killed. But how come nobody has ever seen anybody older than 30 in this society? Like, nobody who goes through it, and we know some of them, we never see them again. But what do they think happens? Like, what is being renewed? Just say that was a thing. Do they get reset? Does their color get reset? Do they just rejoin society? Is that what people are thinking when they're thinking renewal, or what are they thinking? The only way I can see it working is if these people are told that you go to Carousel And a select few, maybe 50% of you, get renewed, and you go to a different quadrant. You go to the 31 to 60 quadrant. And you live there. And that's it's kind of a retirement. It's a cool little place where you don't have to work and all your needs are catered for. You know? I can kind of see how that would be okay. And that people wouldn't be asking questions about it. But I was confused, I'm still confused about that whole process. And then Logan is told, indirectly by the computer, when they're talking about runners. He says something like, "Oh, are you sure they're just unaccounted for runners? Couldn't they have been renewed?" And then the computer just says nothing. And he's like, "What, nobody gets renewed?" The computer says nothing at all. And then he's like, nobody ever gets renewed. So I think that part of the story could have been told better. And also, there's never a moment, I don't think, in the movie where Logan really has to choose between his loyalty to the Sandmen and the system and his affection for and his caring for the sanctuary people. Because he sends a secret message, right? When he finds what he thinks is sanctuary initially, he sends the, hey, this is the spot, everybody, come. He gets them all killed. But there's never really a moment where he's like, you know what, I made a mistake. Or, I am a runner. I am actually a runner now. At least that's what I feel. Unless we mean at the very end, after Francis dies, he's like, you know what? This mission I was on, that I completed successfully, it was a crock. And I can't live with myself. I've got to tell everybody the truth. Maybe that's the moment. Which brings us, in a roundabout way, to Peter Ustinov, and if that's how you pronounce it, and his cats, and all of his scenes. It's like it's a different movie again. It's his movie. He's the lead of that movie, that subsection movie, and he's just saying funny things. He's just in scenes saying funny stuff, talking about cats, quoting T.S. Eliot, and kind of sort of teaching them about how the outside world is, but also it feels a bit fillery and there's not much happening. We're just kind of waiting for Francis to get there. But it's funny. It's just a completely different movie. It feels kind of stitched together. But speaking of a completely different movie, we gotta talk about Box, don't we? We gotta talk about that weird in-between scene between being inside the dome of the city, using the key to get out, and between that and them being on the outside, exploring the outside, there's this super odd, incomprehensibly weird scene where they end up in an ice cavern and there's a robot talking about how he used to get the fish and, store the fish so people could eat the fish, and then the fish stopped coming, so he started to doing it with people instead. And you can kind of see where maybe that character exists in the book in a more important role or a more fleshed out role, but he seems so thrown into this one. The only thing that's cool about that whole section of the movie is learning that all the people who were sent to Sanctuary never got there. They were all frozen. And we know this because the old man he's never met anybody else, or he doesn't think he's met anybody else. And it's kind of tragic, and it's kind of a parallel to what happens in Carousel, where people think something's going to happen, but it doesn't. It's just a nice tale they tell themselves, Although in this case, something is actually stopping them. Like it's there's a crazy robot. A crazy robot that nobody's ever been able to overpower. Who doesn't immediately shoot them, by the way, when he sees them. Instead he starts talking all weird, like repeating what they're saying to him. They're following him around. He shows them all the people frozen. And then he goes, I'm crazy robot. I'm gonna get you. Just push him over. Just push him over. Don't ask how Francis followed them. The elevator went down and he went up again. Easy peasy. Whew. Which brings us, I'm hopping around again, to, I've seen some Star Trek episodes. I've seen Kirk talking to robots. I've seen him short circuit some robots. But this one was especially weird, wasn't it? This computer, this whole computer who's been running their entire civilization for hundreds of years, has sent Logan on a mission to find out all he knows about Sanctuary. We're going to send Logan, we're going to send him through the system. We've got this elaborate thing. I'm going to make him older so he can be a runner, so that he can infiltrate what's going on. And then we're going to get, when he comes back, we're going to get all the information, all the gossip. Logan comes back and says, hey, look, I found a bunch of people, and we went down a thing, and then there was no Sanctuary on the outside world. There's a robot. You know about him, because you would have set him up, right? Hundreds of years ago or whatever. And he's been freezing. They never get out of here. They're just frozen. They're dead. We found an old man, but that was about it. And the computer's like, no, cannot handle your answers. You must be lying. And then somehow Logan just overpowers everybody in the room and gets out. Not only does he get out, and he aids in destroying the computer. I don't know if the computer is probably self-destructing anyway, but he shoots out the lights in a few of the core places. The whole building goes up. And not only does the whole building go up, the whole city goes up. Earthquakes. You know, that central computer was handling everything. It was stopping the earthquakes. And when that was gone, it was just chaos. Everybody's running. They all ran to the one place and then slowed down and just started walking to meet the old man. Nobody cares that their home is destroyed. They're all just, hey, look. Ooh, look at this guy. Everybody's smiling. It's a happy ending. It's a stupid ending. And I want my money back. It's an odd ending for the movie. Let's just say it like that. Now I don't know how the book ends. But it was a bit jarring. It was a bit sudden, and it was a bit. I was like, what? Huh? I was just kind of going with the flow. You know, it was kind of charming. It had a charm, but. I wouldn't say it was satisfying. It was satisfying in a small way, in a kind of the heart way, but not in a what's going on with this whole world way. You know? I liked the premise of the movie is great. That you kill people at a certain age. That is fantastic. A fantastic idea. I like the idea that people are on board with it because they believe that these people aren't being killed necessarily. But the movie does a really poor job at really conveying that and getting you to believe it. So I think this core idea and all the elements, and even we could remake this movie with the same kind of sets, give it this retro cool 70s vibe. You know, bring the synths back, tone down some of the crazy music. Hey, remember that whole they went through the love shop scene? Just cut that out. I don't know if I included it in the YouTube edit, but go watch it on your own. With your own copy, it's crazy. It's just crazy. People throwing themselves at. at anybody who walks in, just to pad out the chase a bit. Yeah, but we could tweak this. We could tweak this into something really special. It's one of those movies where I'm like, there's so much good, you know? There's not a medium. It's not mediocre in any facet. It's either really cool or really, you know? It's like that. And if we can just take the parts, smooth them out a bit, stick them back in, we got something that's like iconic that people will be talking about. But I genuinely think that, you know? It's interesting that the main character, Logan, starts out being sort of unlikable. Especially when he's chasing that runner. He does it with such zeal. He's kind of like Francis, you know? They're both kind of taking joy from terminating this guy. And then we have this odd scene as well where he's like going through a catalogue of people. Yeah, I'll take you. Let's go in the bedroom. And she's like, no. A fun little choice to have them strike up this sort of friendship in that way. Yeah. But hey, I'm glad I kind of picked up on her symbol. That was actually important. I thought it was just, you know, it's the female symbol, right? With the circle and the cross. I thought that was that, and I went back and checked the guy. I thought maybe he'd have the male symbol, but it turns out it's just an ankh, and it means sanctuary. And you know, she was openly wearing it. The other people weren't actually. Mister, I'm gonna get Logan. Last seen by a door he couldn't open. Never seen again. Right? Never seen again. He got away scot-free because he wouldn't have been with the sanctuary people who got killed by the cops, right? I don't think so. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's the right era for me. There's a lot of goofy stuff, which made it even better. Some cool, genuinely cool stuff. The script, the dialogue, the structure of the movie needs a bit of tweaking. To make it more cohesive, to make it more understandable, to make it more satisfying. But there was so much going on, and so many different locations, that it never felt boring. And even I said it, some of it was a bit padded, but even the padded scenes weren't particularly boring. That's what I'd say. You know, they didn't last too long. So yeah, great recommendation. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me waffle on about it. I'm sure I've forgotten things to talk about. I don't understand why central intelligence, like at the end of the movie, right? The computer's interrogating him. We've got his like surrogates who are aspects of his brain that can't lie. It's not really explained, but that's what how I interpreted it. We have a room full of guards. So they all find out that he was on a secret mission in that scene. Why aren't we just open with it from the start? Why doesn't everybody know Logan's going to infiltrate the runners to find this sanctuary place? Francis is going with him. And if they need help, just play along. Pretend you're chasing the runner, but don't harm them. And you know, they'll report back at the end. And that would have worked perfectly. As is. Sending Logan and Francis and the girl. Well, we're going to use the girl to find sanctuary. Because we can still have Francis be on mission, and Logan changing his mind, going, you know what, this is, I don't like this. I don't like our system. We need to take it down. Francis is like, we can't. What are you talking about, Logan? And then they have a fight. And then the movie plays out just the same. But I don't understand this whole secret mission stuff. Wasn't really necessary to anything, and it didn't make any sense to me at the time, and at the end, just no sense whatsoever. And I love that Logan's idea was just to come in yelling at them. Don't go! Look, my crystal's clear. You're crazy. You're crazy. We're going to carousel. It's my favorite part of the day. Is that crazy person yelling. Look, he's got a friend. Oh yeah, and the face changing thing. What was all that about? Why did he want his face changed? I'm not quite sure. Who called the doctor to kill him? Was that the other? Was he given instructions by the sanctuary people to kill him? Right? Yeah, that was all a bit odd. And then Farrah Fawcett was she was the worst, and she got killed. She like completely forgot. I guess, look, in a stressful situation, you might forget the order of events or what's going on. The doc literally tried to kill him when he was lying on the thing. You know? That's a pretty major thing to forget, isn't it? Except she had to remember that the other guy came in later looking for him. You know? Now, I find it interesting that there's a secret underground of people kind of pointing the way for runners to go to Sanctuary. But none of these people have ever been to Sanctuary or know what lies beyond the door. It's like, I guess it's a bit like a ritual and a religion of its own. They believe, and the people they recruit to their cause believe that once they get through the door, you get to Sanctuary. They believe it without seeing it. They don't know about the robot. Whew. Nope. They don't know anything. They just have faith. And cool spears that gas you. Oh, the Washington Monument. Is that the name of the tower? Just came to me. Yeah, I'm just looking up where it is and getting a kind of a bearing for what we're seeing in the background. We've got the Lincoln Memorial to one side. We've got the Capitol building at the other side, and we've got the White House in another direction. There's probably something in the fourth direction too. The Thomas Jefferson Memorial, maybe? Whew. Yeah, that's it. A little bit of disjointed outros, but hope you enjoyed my take on the movie. I'm always fascinated by how much time and care goes into certain aspects of a movie, and how much sort of sloppiness can go into other aspects of it. And this movie had a kind of a beautiful mix of both of those things. So yeah. I'll be back next time with another movie from any era and any time and any place and any genre you can imagine. So stick around if you like that sort of thing. And although mostly we do TV shows here, at the moment we're watching through the original Star Trek and the original Charmed series and some of the 80s Twilight Zone at the moment. But yeah, I do like to put a movie in every now and again. So yeah, see you next time. See you out there. And if you're over 30, shit. Start digging your own grave. It's time. Maybe you'll be renewed. I don't know what that means, but maybe. Maybe. Have you got a crystal in your hand? Just wear, you know, refuse to wear the red. Just wear green all the time. You know? They can't get you if you're wearing green. Although they were chasing Jessica, weren't they? They were like, why kill that runner? She's green. I'm not sure what age she was supposed to be. I'm curious what age all the actors in the movie were. I'm sure some of them were. Before we go, how old is Michael York? He must have been close to 30, right? In that movie? Yeah, 34. There were some people in this movie I was like, you don't fool me. Yeah, don't fool me. Right. I'll see you next time.